children. I am Ramya, your science teacher of Kakatiya Public School. Today I am here with another new topic, plants increasing the numbers. Discussed about the plants, that means how they are preparing the food, storing the food, living and surviving. Today in our class, how they are growing into new plants, how they are increasing their number, that we are going to discuss today in our class. Before that, I would like to discuss something about the uses of plants. So how plants are useful to us? They are useful to us in many ways by providing the food, like they are providing wood, gum, tea, coffee, etc. And the most important thing they are providing us is nothing but the oxygen, which is a life living thing. So with these things, plants are helping us in many ways. So what is our duty to do is, we should not cut the plants. We have to grow the plants and trees. We have to, our responsibility is to protect the plants and trees. So, if there are more number of plants, we can get a proper rainfall. And whatever the food we are getting, as day by day the population is increasing, to catch that, to reach that needs, plants also should be grown in more number. So, for that reason, we should not cut the plants or trees. We should grow the plants and trees. So, our class, today we are going to start with the new plants from the seeds. Okay, new plants from the seeds. So what are the seeds? Seeds are also part of a plant, that is getting from where? From fruits and vegetables. If you see inside the fruits and vegetables, you can see number of seeds. Okay, how these seeds are converting into a plant, by what process it is converting, and what are the stages are involved in that, we are going to see. So if these seeds are sown in a soil and put a proper air, sunlight and water, then these seeds are grown into a new plants. That means all seeds may not grow into a new plants, but only the healthy seeds that will be growing into a seeds. First we are going to see about the parts of a seed. Parts of seed. Okay, this is a seed coat. This is a seed coat and this is the embryo. These two are cotyledons. These two are cotyledons. This is embryo and this is radicle and this is plumule. Okay, so this is a seed. I will be showing you the original seeds now. Okay. These are the seeds. These are the seeds, gram seeds. Okay, what we have to do to understand the concept of our seeds, parts of a seed, these seeds we have to soak in a water for 2 days and after that you can see a outer layer. You can see a outer layer which is easy to open. This outer layer we call it as a seed coat. This outer layer is called as a seed coat, and after removing that seed coat we can see a seeds, two seeds. Those are nothing but the cotyledons. Those are nothing but the cotyledons. If you carefully open this seed coat and the cotyledons, inside we can see this kind of shape. Inside we can see this kind of shape, that is nothing but the embryo, and this is only providing the food to the seed. And unless the new green leaves develop from this seed, seeds only will be stored. The stored food, whatever it is stored inside the cotyledons, that is providing the food to this baby plants. So food is stored in the cotyledons. Where it is stored? Food is stored in the cotyledons. Food is stored in the cotyledons, only providing the food to the baby plant which is present inside the seeds. So, for example, this is of a gram seed. This is of a gram seed, and if you take a maize seed, they will be also having the cotyledons, all these parts. They are also having all these parts, but they do not open into a two equal parts. That means the seeds which are opening into two equal parts and like cotyledons, that we call it as a dicots, and they are having only a single leaf inside the seed, that we call it as a monocots. For example of monocots, rice, wheat, maize, etc. Coming to the dicots, you can take a grams, chana dal, okay, and green peas. These all comes under the dicots. Here, this is an embryo, and this is also called as a baby plant. This is only the baby plant. It is having the radicle and the plumule. The radicle later on grows into the root system. That means it grows under the soil, goes into the soil, and this plumule grows into as a shoot that is above the soil. This is only the embryo. Cotyledons are only acting as a food sources for the baby plant. Until unless it developed into a new plant and grows its own leaves, by that time these cotyledons, whatever it is stored in the food, that food is only supplied to the baby plant in case of both dicotyledons and the monocotyledons. Now we are going to see about how seeds will be developing. How seeds will be developing, in what conditions they are growing, that in the soil we will be seeing. Okay, next one is seed germination. The process of development of seed into seedling is called germination. The process of development of seed into a seedling is nothing but a germination. So under what favorable conditions we can see the seed germination, we are going to see with a small activity here. In the first plate, I am dividing the 4 columns here. So plate 1, plate 2, plate 3, plate 4. Okay, I am taking the gram seeds. Whatever the seeds I have shown you now, those seeds only I am taking in a 4 different plates. So in the first plate, Okay, these are the 4 plates. In the first plate, I have taken only the seeds. I have taken only the seeds of what kind? Dry seeds only. Only dry seeds. As it is, I have taken the seeds. In the second plate, I have taken the seeds and I kept in a water. I kept in a water. Okay. In the third plate, I have taken the seeds which are soaked in a water and I kept this total setup in a refrigerator. I have kept this total setup in a refrigerator. And in the fourth type, what I have taken? The soaked seeds, whatever the gram seeds I am taking for the germination of seeds, that soaked seeds I have taken and I have kept on a moist cloth, damp cloth or a moist cloth. I kept these in a moist cloth, moist cotton cloth. Okay, so here are the 4 different conditions, right? Plate 1, plate 2, plate 3, plate 4. First one, I have taken the seeds as it is dry seeds and I placed in a plate. Next thing, I took the seeds, I put in a water and I placed in a container. Next and the third condition, I have taken the seeds on a plate and I kept it in a soaked in a water and kept in a refrigerator. Next, plate 4, I have taken the seeds and soaked in a water and I kept in a moist cotton cloth. Now we are going to see what kind of, in which condition the seeds will be starting germination. Madam. Yeah. Okay, in which condition this process of germination is going to be taken place. So this total setup you keep for a 2 to 3 days. 2 to 3 days of time you take for keeping this total setup, and after observing 2 to 3 days, in which kind of condition you will be see the seed germination. That means what favorable conditions are needed for the seed germination will be coming to know. This in this, there is no moist. There is no moist. Okay? There is, but air and sunlight is there. Air is there. Sunlight is there. Okay? Coming to the second one, moist. Water is there, but air is also there. Sunlight is not there. Okay? Sunlight is not there. In the third condition also, there is air, moist, but sunlight is not there. And in the last one, here is the moist, air and sunlight. All 3 conditions it is satisfying. This plate 4 is satisfying all the 3 conditions, and only in the plate 4 we can see the seeds germinated. See, this is nothing but the germination of the seeds. Whatever the white portion came from the soaked seeds under favorable conditions is nothing but the seed germination. The white portion indicates that seeds are germinated. These seeds I have soaked in a water for 2 days and I took in a cotton cloth and I damped it, I moistened it and I placed it in one corner in my kitchen, and by after 2 days if I observed, I got this kind of seeds. So that means seeds are germinated. So by this activity we came to know that for a germination of a seed we need air, water and sunlight. And remember that the quality of the seeds also should be good. Then only we can see the germination. That means in this activity satisfying all the conditions required for the germination of the seeds. So in the plate 4 only you can see the seed germination. So by this activity we came to know the favorable conditions required for the germination of the seeds. Process of germination. Next thing is process of germination. So what is process of germination? Now whatever the seeds, these seeds are there, the germinated seeds are there, take on to one jar, take into one jar with a cotton, tie it with a cotton cloth and leave it for 2 days. What happens? The roots, because of the gravitation, it will be developing towards downwards into the jar, and some portions are growing onto the top region. That means the portion which is growing towards the jar, that means down the jar, is nothing but the roots, and the top region, the top portion which is developing, is nothing but the shoot. In this way, the process of germination will be taking place. Later on, small leaves will be coming from this, and later these cotyledons will be shedding down. Nourishment, it will be nourished, and we can see a baby plant and a sapling. We say it as a sapling. This is about the seed germination and the process of germination. Okay, here is the worksheet. First question is, name the outer covering of the seed. So what is the outer covering of the seed? We call it as seed coat. Next one is, what is germination? The process of development of seed into a seedling is nothing but a germination. Give examples of monocot and dicot seeds. Draw the diagram of a parts of a seed and label it. You need to draw the diagram of a seed, that means parts of a seed, and you have to label it. Okay, these answers I will be sending you in a WhatsApp. Okay, I hope you all understood the class very well. Soon I will be back with the part 2 of this same chapter. Till that time, stay home, stay safe. All the best.